HMTHU Final. I am standing outside Mukobako Maximum Prison with hands dipped in my pockets. Dad looks at me with a sad look in his eyes. He has held on for dear life to see this day, but I am not sure I have the strength to do it. I am old enough to make my own decisions. I don't think coming here is necessary. Sean, we have talked about this all your life, he says, and I swallow hard. He is your father. You are my father, I argue. He holds my hands. I hate it when he shows me this kind of affection in moments like these. Sighing deeply, I don't allow him to continue the conversation, so I just walk in. I have practiced this walk times without number, but now I feel like a headless chicken, and the way people keep stealing glances at me is not helping. I get to the visiting bay and I can't see any white man seated inside waiting. I don't know why I was expecting to find him waiting for me with tears in his eyes and a huge smile on his face, ready to tell me how he has waited for this day to see me and how sorry he is that Mum died the way she did. Young Liam, right? One man asks that is dressed like the rest of the prisoners. I just nod my head. I don't know how he has recognized me. If I didn't know any better, I would have said Liam has become younger. The lady guard says, "Good morning," I respond instead. I don't know why she leads me away from everyone else to the side of the prison that has unfinished buildings under construction. I couldn't get him away from here, so I thought I'd bring you instead. I don't respond to that. You don't talk much, do you? Sorry, but who are you? I know you are a police officer, but who are you? I quickly add, noting that she seems to know my father on a personal level. Oh, it's not like that. Your father is just known around these walls for the good that he continues to do and his architectural skills. I chuckle. I bet he is just pretending. She wants to say something when we get to a group of men. I can see Dad from where we are. He has his back towards us and he is giving out instructions. Listening to him speak is like hearing my voice, except coming from someone else. "Liam, you have a guest," the lady officer yells, but he doesn't turn around. "Dad," I yell. A few men turn around and he is the last to do so. I see why people recognized me, because I am a splitting image of the man standing before me. It's like looking into a mirror, except this mirror is showing me an older version of myself. He gives the papers he was holding to another person and walks towards us. The officer excuses herself and now it's just the two of us. He gets to where I am and there is silence. I am feeling all this awkwardness, though it looks like he is waiting for me to speak. "Would you like to sit?" he asks instead. I chuckle, walking to the chairs I didn't notice earlier. After waiting all these years to meet him, and the first thing he had to say to me was, "Would you like to sit?" We settle and someone brings us some refreshments. If anything, it feels like a normal visit and not a prison visit. God has a funny sense of humor. You know, I used to tell your mother that you would grow up to be like her, and here you are looking exactly like me. We even sound the same, he says, chuckling. Well, she's not alive for us to see if I look like her, right? Trust me, you don't look anything like her. Your mother was a very beautiful woman. You and I are just men. I am beginning to think that this visit was not worth it, so I stand up, regretting waiting all these years to meet him. I guess coming here was a waste of time, I say. "Sean, sit down," he says, not even putting in effort. I laugh, a bitter laugh. Do you have an idea how long I have waited to meet you? Do you have any idea how long I have wanted to look you in the eyes and for you to tell you that I am sorry? He asks, cutting me short. Yes, sorry for having an affair with your sister. Sorry that the truth about your past is what sent Mom to her early grave. My sister. Sorry that you deprived me of the privilege to live a normal life. Sean, I wish I could tell you all that right now. I wish I could have prepared myself to apologize to you, but I didn't. Because you know why. You have turned out to be a better child without me in your life. You have turned out to be a better man, far much better than I am or would have been. And what makes you think that people have it any different? What exactly is your idea of normal? Both parents in one home and siblings all living together. Is that what you call normal? I bet she is rolling in her grave knowing that you have not changed one bit. He laughs. I hate that this visit is going exactly how I imagined it. If I have a reason to be sorry, Sean, trust me, it's not to you. I have been trying to live right by my God and try my best to make up for my mistakes. There is no punishment enough that I will get for hurting your mother, but I didn't kill her. Bad things happen, and just maybe you expected a fairy tale ending after today, but things don't happen like that. I feel tears rolling down my eyes. You have a chance to be better than I ever was. You have a chance to be better than your mother ever was. Go out there, explore the world. Build friendships, but always leave room for the bad days. Be faithful to your partner and can both grow up, but together. You shouldn't allow people to take advantage of you. Stand up for yourself and never stay in a place that continues to hate and hurt you. Sean, you can't continue having this sense of entitlement years later. That I owe you an apology for what I did. What if I have made peace with my God and we are in good books? Will you continue waiting for my karma? Did you ever love her? He laughs. You are a fool, Sean, to even ask me that question. Your mother and I were in love. I loved her and I was going to kill for her. I made mistakes, but that doesn't mean I loved her any less. More tears are falling and he has now come close to me. You couldn't have possibly lived for 25 years just to continue harboring this pain. Your mother made the same mistake. I made the same mistake. You have to learn to make things work the way you want them. Define your boundaries and know what you can and can't control. As your parents, we made a lot of mistakes that led us in bad places, but you can't use our lives as a yardstick for how yours turns out. I am not the promised Messiah. I am not a ray of sunshine. I am not the joy that comes in the morning. I am not Don Hell. I am not even the light at the end of the tunnel. No one is such a person in your life. You have got to stand up for yourself. For the things you love. For the people you treasure. I messed up, but you have had a chance to be raised by a good man, and I want you to walk out of this place and take charge of your life, because as long as you continue waiting for an explanation as to why things happened the way they did, it might never come and you will end up in jail or the grave, worse off in both. Imagine being buried in here. We are both crying uncontrollably. The best thing I ever did for you was killing my sister. I am not proud of it, but the world is better without her. It's more free with me behind bars. I don't know why, but I wrap my hands around him as more tears fall. I still love you. You are still my father and I will take charge of my life. I just want you to know that you have a son that loves you despite your faults. And you deprived me of a family, but you also gave me clarity. I love you, he says, his voice breaking, and for the first time in years I feel at home. The end. Quenches girl, Winnie woman, Boeing, medium dark skin tone.